Hi guys, and thanks for tuning in to a quick video about next year's TT schedule. Coming to you from a rough look in Douglas Bay out there, and things are a little rough on the island as well, because the changes that have been decided, not just proposed but already decided for next year's, the 2023 TT, have not gone down too well with everyone concerned. So the new schedule, if you go on iomtt.com, it's already there, and if you look at it, you will notice two main changes. Now the TT is still a 2-week affair, so that's good. We still have practice week or qualifying week, and we have race week, so that's not changing. However, the setup within that 2-week period is changing quite a bit. The first big change I want to bring to your attention, and I really want to get your feedback on, is that racing now starts at the weekend after practice week, and it takes place on Saturday and Sunday. Now, if you know the TT, then you will know that the Sunday after practice week is commonly known as Mad Sunday. And the fact that there's racing on Mad Sunday now is basically a sign that Mad Sunday as we know it is dead. Now, you could argue that Mad Sunday in its old form has been dead for quite a few years now, ever since the government decided to make the mountain one way for the whole of TT. If you are relatively new to the TT, then you will maybe not notice, but the mountain road was actually two-way during TT, except for one day during TT, Mad Sunday. That's when they made it one way, everyone can have a go, hence the name Mad Sunday. Now, ever since they made it one way, it's not really a Mad Sunday anymore, because you can have a go, all the way throughout TT. It's one way for the whole 2 weeks. And that sort of made things a lot safer, but of course it took the madness out of the Sunday. Having said that, Mad Sunday traditionally is a day where there are loads and loads and loads of other events going on the island, from Peel Day, the Ramsey Sprint, Port Erin's packed with events, Douglas has events, and all of these events that traditionally took place on Mad Sunday are, well, they basically either have to reschedule or they're not going to happen. And that sort of upset a lot of people here, and I guess it will also affect visitors. Please let me know what you think of this change, that we now basically have killed Mad Sunday, as you know it, and that or any events that will happen on that day probably won't happen, or will happen in a changed form. I'll get to that in a second, what the government's thinking of this. And now the second change they have brought in, I think, is even bigger, and I really want to get your opinion on this as fans, and that is Senior Race Day, for reasons that I do not fully understand and I don't fully support at the moment, has been moved from Friday to Saturday. And that, to me, maybe they have a reason. To me, it makes no sense right now. And I will tell you why it doesn't make sense to me. To me, living on the island, it makes no difference, right? I mean, the grandstand is 5 minutes up the road. For me, it makes no difference if I go there on a Friday or a Saturday. I'm off TT anyway. But if you are one of the many thousands of visitors who ride a motorbike here from continental Europe, especially Germany, France, so many French guys, so many Spanish guys this year as well, then I have a feeling, and please comment on this video and let me know what you think, that this could really screw up your travel plans. Because the way I see this is, if you come here for race week, you stay here all race week, you watch the racing on Friday, that finishes about 3-ish, 4-ish, depending if you want to stay for the ceremony and whatnot. Then you either can catch the evening boat, or you catch the boat on the next morning. Either way, you have the whole weekend to make it back home. And a traditional, or I guess a sort of average journey, and again, please let me know what your journey is, for fans, say from Germany, would be you catch the ferry, say Saturday morning, you get to Liverpool Saturday before lunchtime, or to Heysham. You ride from there either to Hull to take the ferry to Rotterdam, or you ride down to Dover to go over to Calais. Either way, you can spend that day to do that. Let's say you go to Hull, you arrive in Hull in the evening, you take the overnight ferry, so Sunday morning you're in Rotterdam, then you have all Sunday to ride from Rotterdam back to wherever you're from in Germany. And then Monday morning, you can be back at work. I think that's sort of probably a pretty average journey, right? Again, please let me know what your trip is, what your travel arrangement is, to help me understand. Now, if the Senior Race Day now moves to Saturday, and you want to watch the Senior Day, then that will probably screw up that plan, because it's less likely that you can make it back to Germany or France or Spain in time for work on Monday. So you have to take another day off. It's inconvenient. That's how I think about it right now, that it makes no sense to me. Now, someone on Manx forums mentioned that maybe the government is trying to compete with stuff like the Premier League or World Superbike or whatnot in terms of schedule. And even that wouldn't make sense to me, because why would we then, put it on a Saturday and try to get people to watch the TT rather than the bikes or the football? Surely having it on a Friday would still make more sense. So I'm not sure what they were thinking of moving that to a Saturday. Makes no sense to me. Maybe there is sense. Maybe when I see the minister next, I will ask him about it. So those are the two big changes. Now the government is saying that by doing this, they want to sort of change how you as a visitor spend your time here. And they want the majority of the racing to take place in the afternoon, and then they want you to do all the other stuff in the morning. Does that make sense? Probably not, I don't know. Now the government is kind of saying in their press release, and let me actually pull this up real quick for you, what it says on the TT website now. So, blah, 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 2-week period, race schedule for 2023 breaks with tradition. Well, we saw that. Qualifying week is becoming increasingly popular for first-timers and regular visitors alike. You know that from my videos. It's always good to come for practice week. With qualifying sessions taking place in the evenings or afternoon, you have more daytime free to explore the natural beauty of the island. So basically what the government wants you to do as a visitor is to come here, spend the morning riding around the island, visiting things, I don't know, looking at stuff, taking pictures. And then in the afternoon, they want you to watch the racing. And the schedule now is as follows. So Monday 29th, Tuesday 30th, Wednesday 31st, qualifying, presumably always in the afternoon now. Everything's in the afternoon now, it seems. Then Thursday, Friday also qualifying, Saturday 3rd of June, Sunday 4th of June, Mad Sunday, race day 1, race day 2. And then you have the race days on the 6th of June, 7th of June, Friday 9th of June, and the really new big one, race day number 6, senior race day, Saturday 10th of June. So the government basically wants you to ride around the island in the morning, watch the racing in the afternoon, cram more stuff into it. I'm not entirely sure I follow with that logic. It's nice to try and change events and adapt events, but it has to make sense. But again, maybe I'm missing something. Do let me know your feedback about this. Also, the new Manx Grand Prix format, the shortened format, seems to have not been very popular with visitors. But of course, government knows best. Looks like they're going to stick with it. But it went down like a lead balloon with most people. So I don't know what they were thinking up there. The other thing I would also be very interested actually in finding out more about is how much you guys spend to come here. Because this is always the bone of contention. If the island is benefiting financially, how much it costs to come here. And I really would like to learn more about it. So how much you spend on travel alone, and how much you spend for the whole time that you come here, 1 week, 2 weeks, however long you stay. I would really love to learn more about how much it really costs to visit the TT if you ride here from Germany or somewhere. So let me know in the comments. I'd be very curious about that. So yeah, that's all I actually wanted to mention here is, the proposed changes to the schedule. I'm not quite sure what to make of them. To now have racing on Mad Sunday. We could always race on Sundays. That was always an option, but it was until now only a contingency. And it was never a firm part of the schedule. Now, the other problem I have with this idea of packing the whole 2 weeks full with stuff and having people do things in the morning and watch racing in the afternoon is, as you know from my videos, the TT never goes to schedule. So what happens if the schedule is completely buggered up and they need to use the whole days? Then whatever you had planned or whatever events now organizers in Peel or Port Erin or Ramsey are putting on in the morning, they're going to be cancelled because there's going to be racing. So, this taking away these non-race days, especially Mad Sunday, is going to impact that. And it's already left a lot of people very unhappy. And I'm not sure they thought that through properly. But maybe I'm wrong here, maybe I'm missing something, I don't know. Anyway, I just wanted to put this out there, so let me know what you think of the new schedule, racing on Mad Sunday and Senior Day on a Saturday, the two biggest changes. Other than that, 2023 TT looks like a go at the moment. Hopefully there won't be any new pandemics, alien invasions, natural disasters or anything else to stop it. Touch wood. So yeah, we're on for it in a slightly different format. Also a word on future videos here. So I will do more. We have a little studio up in Onken now, up the road. A guy called Les and his company, they built a beautiful facility, which my friend Jet Power, you should subscribe to him by the way, and myself are planning to use for more Isle of Man related content. If you know our experimental round the life format, then you know we're going to be doing more of that, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, subscribe to Jet. He's doing a lot of Isle of Man content, good guy. And yeah, you'll see a lot more of us in the near future. But in the meanwhile, let me know what you think of the TT changes and if you like the new Manx Grand Prix format as well. And let's see how we can make the best of it. So see you next time. Bye bye.